So this is the breakdown of 1 Corinthians chapter 6. We want to say shalom to all Israel, and we thank the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for allowing us to bring these precepts out. So make sure you have pen, paper, writing these things down, all these precepts, and get the understanding and wisdom. And you can also reach out to us if you'd like to get more understanding, have questions that you might want to ask. Reach out to us at any time. All right, so with that, we're going to start in 1 Corinthians chapter 6.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 1 says, "Dare any of you, having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust and not before the saints?"
So Paul is dealing with Israel in the highways and the byways. He's dealing with the multitude and the masses. He's talking to them, and he's trying to reason with these Negroes who don't think right. They think like Edomites. He's so when he says he's saying when he's saying dare you, he's saying basically say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Don't y'all take each other to an Edomite court when y'all got problems. Say I'm lying. That's what he mean by dare any of you. I dare any of you to say I'm lying when I say this. That's what it means. Dare any of you. I dare any of y'all to say I'm lying, that if y'all don't take each other to an Edomite court whenever you want to get justice, and you don't even understand that your own brothers, the saints, are going to judge the world. That's what he's saying right here in verse 1. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Tell me I'm lying and say that y'all don't take each other to the Edomite court, and that you don't even understand that your own brothers are going to be judging the whole world eventually. Go ahead. But yet you're going to go to Edomite courts when you want to get justice from your own brother, your own family. That's the unjust, because you go to the law. Let me read it again. Dare any of you having a matter against another, go to law before the unjust. The unjust are the other nations, and not before the saints, and not before your own brother, your own kindred. You go to them. Go ahead.
"Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matter?
Do you not know that the saints, the ones who you don't go to, your brothers, will judge the world? Don't you know that they're going to judge the world? These Edomites, they ain't judging nothing but Main Street. And it's based off of lies and wickedness. But yet, the saints shall judge the world, and you bypass them for judgment, for justice, for understanding, to make matters right. You're going to those people. And if the world shall be judged by you, are you worthy to judge the smallest? Are you not? If the saints are judging the world, are they not worthy of judging whether or not you owe your brother some money? If your brothers are judging the world, are they not fit to judge your brother against one another, whether he owe you $50 or not? It makes no sense. It's madness. Let's keep going.
Verse 3 says, "Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?"
We're going to be giving commandments to the angels. We're going to say, in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to say, get on that nasty Edomite. And that angel's going to get on that Edomite. Simple as that. Simple as that. We're going to tell an angel of the Lord to get off that Edomite. I'm going to let him rest today. So you will command an angel to get off of that Edomite. I'm going to give him a break. Just today, I'm going to give him a break. And that angel will get off that Edomite. That's the power that we have, or had, and will have. We could have it now if we hadn't disobeyed. Let's keep going. But yet you want to go to Edomite because your brother owe you $50. Let's keep going.
"If then ye have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church."
You're letting heathens judge you, then you say your brother is a God on this earth, can't judge you. Does that make sense? You're going to an Edomite to set things right for you, and then your brother, who is a God on this earth, you say he can't judge you. And then you have judgments of things pertaining to this life, set them to judge who are least esteemed in the church. The least esteemed, and remember the church is us, a gathering of us. Two or more, that's the church. So the least human being or the least creature on this earth amongst you, you're going to let that creature judge you. The least creature that I've created amongst you, you're going to let that creature decide whether you owe your brother $50 damn. That creature. Let's keep reading. Keep in mind, this is what your God is telling you. This is what your God is telling you.
I speak to your shame.
You have to be shamed. Go ahead.
It is so that there is no...
Is it so?
Is it so that there is not a wise man among you?
You mean tell me there ain't no brothers? So you got to go to Edom because there ain't one brother amongst you who got sense of the scriptures? Not one brother around you. In your whole life, in your whole circle, you don't know one brother that can tell you whether your brother rightly owe you $50 or not? Go ahead.
No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren.
Wow, that makes no sense. So you mean to tell me that out of all the people you know in your life, there ain't one, you don't have one brother in your circle that can determine whether or not you owe your brother $50 or not, or whether he owe you $50 or not. There's not one brother amongst you. So now if you know you're an Israelite, you're guilty. You're guilty of a crime of not surrounding yourself around Israelites. Because if you don't know a brother who can break this, can help you with that you're doing something wrong. Let's get a quick precept. Let's go to Proverbs 13 and 20. Proverbs 13 and 20. Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 13 and 20 says, he that walketh with the wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed.
He that walketh with wise men shall be wise, but a companion of fools shall be destroyed. So if there's nobody in your circle that can show you a scripture to explain to you whether or not your brother owe you $50 damn or not, you are not walking amongst wise men. You're walking amongst fools. If there's not one person in your circle that can give you a precept, not his opinion, but there's not a brother amongst you that can give you a precept to show you how you need to make right with your brother, you're walking amongst fools and you're going to be destroyed. You're making yourself to be 2/3. If you don't have any brothers that you know that you can reach out and get this help that you may need, let's go to Sirach 37 and 12.
Sirach 37 and 12 says, but continually with a godly man.
Read that again.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Mm-hmm. So you're supposed to keep yourself around men who are law keepers. You have to keep men like that in your life. You have to. That is a commandment. If you don't accompany yourself around men who are law keepers, you are going to be destroyed. Thus said the Lord. Who is going to tell you that you're doing wrong, that you're going off? Who's going to tell you that you're mismanaging things that you're mismanaging? Who's going to tell you that you're disrespecting the laws? You have to surround yourself with men of the Lord. You have to. You must. Let's get another precept. 1 Corinthians 15:33. 1 Corinthians 15 and 33. Is that light still red, sister?
Yes, sir.
The water, all praises.
1 Corinthians 15 and 33 says, be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
Right. So your God is telling you that. You think it's not going to affect you because Day he cool. Day don't mean no harm. If you keep on hanging around Day, you're going to be burnt just like Day. That's just the way it is. The Most High understand you love Day. You can go kick it with him every now and then, but don't let him be your everyday source of love on this earth. Communication, especially your wisdom and understanding. Don't be up on the day every day like that. You gotta love some of these people from a distance. You have to. Your God is telling you that. Don't be deceived. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Evil communication, it corrupts good manners. Because eventually you're gonna start doing things that you shouldn't be doing. Like I had a brother that was making smoothies on a Shabbat. Making smoothies with that little blender thing on the Shabbat. Making smoothies. Crazy. That don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. Wouldn't that make you feel kind of guilty? You know you're going off. Wouldn't it make you feel a little guilty, especially on Shabbat?
Yeah.
Right. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. All right. Let's get another precept. Jeremiah 3:15.
Yes, sir. Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15 says, "And I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding."
So the Most High is saying, I'm going to give you teachers and pastors and all these men according to the way I think. I'm not going to give you men that teach you to think like the white man, who think like Edomites and all these other people, these Hamites. I'm not going to give you those kind of men. I'm going to give you men who think like me. Those are going to be the men that's going to teach you precept upon precept. Here a little, there a little, line upon line. I'm going to send you men who think like me. All right, let's keep going. Read that. We want to read that 5 again. 1 Corinthians 6 and 5 again.
Yes, sir. 1 Corinthians 6 and 5 says, "I speak to your shame. Is it so that there is not a wise man among you? No, not one that shall be able to judge between his brethren."
Mm-hmm. If you ain't got a brother like that in your life, get you one. And stay around that brother. Verse 6.
"But brother goeth to law with brother, and that before the unbeliever."
Read that again.
"But brother go to law with brother, and that before the unbelievers."
But yet you don't go get the understanding from your brother, but yet you're going to go to the unbelievers. You're going to go to the Edomite. You're going to go to the white man to get justice from your brother. Instead of going to another brother, you're going to go to a white man to get justice from your brother. And you're going to the worst people in the world. You're going to the worst nation for help against your own brother, your own family, your blood, according to the flesh. Your brother, according to the flesh. Let's get a precept in Job 30.
Yes, sir.
Job 30 and start at verse 5. Let's see who you're going to get justice to find out if you owe your brother $50 damn. Let's see who these people are you're going to. Let's hear what God says about these people who you're going to get your justice from.
Job 30 and verse 5 says, "They were driven forth among men. They cried after them as after a thief."
So these people, these Edomites, was chased out like a damn dog, like a thief, like a dog that stole a piece of bread and ran. That's how these people were chased. And they were chased by us. Go ahead.
"To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks."
So you're going to get justice from people who are called cavemen. They live in rocks and caves. You're going to these people. The only reason why they don't live in caves and rocks is because they got your books, our books, and they learned how to live civilized. They learned civilization from you. Go ahead.
"Among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together."
Mm-hmm. And braid is like what the sound that a donkey make. This is what they're doing, sound like donkeys. Y'all know what a donkey sound like, that crazy, goofy sound that they make. That's what they sounded like. When you see those cavemen cartoons and shows, and they got the oomph, oomph, oomph communication, that's what they sounded like a damn donkey. Read that again.
"Among the brushes they brayed, Under the nettles they were gathered together.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
They were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were valor than the earth.
Right. And base is just wicked or unlawful. They're not even a whole complete man. Because keep in mind, the human is a compound word. Hue and man. They're not going to tell you that. Human is not, it's a compound word. It means colored man. That's what human means. So scientifically, technically, biologically, spiritually, they're not even human. But yet you're going to these creatures for help. And they're not even human. They're base men. They're not complete. Esau means wasted away, half dead. You're going to a half dead creature to get help because your brother, you think your brother owe you $50, so you're going to go to a half dead creature who your God himself calls a damn dog. That's who you're going to. All right, let's keep going. 1 Corinthians 6 and 7.
1 Corinthians 6 and 7 says, Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law one with another. Why do ye not rather take wrong? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded?
Now therefore there is utterly a fault among you, because you go to law one with another. Why do you not rather take wrong? Why do you not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? This is what your God is saying to you. Utterly means in all respects. Write that down. The word utterly in this context is all respect, or in all respects. So why wouldn't you rather be wronged by your brother than go to a snake for justice, is what he's saying. Why would you rather just not be wrong than go to a snake? So now therefore there is utterly, which again, that means in all respects. So in all respects, something has been done wrong. That's what your God is saying. In all due respect, something obviously is wrong between y'all. Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you. So there, in all respect, there's something that's actually wrong with you and your brother. Y'all got a problem, obviously. It's obvious y'all got a problem. Because you go to law with one another. Because you're trying to seek help. You're trying to get legal advice. So there's obviously a problem. Because you're trying to get legal advice or help. So I'm not dumb. I know that you have a situation that requires law and understanding. I understand that. But why do you not rather just take that hit? Your brother, okay, your brother you took $50 from him. So what? Let it go, man. Why not just take that hit and go into a snake for help? Why not just take that hit? Because something Chris Rock said about Will Smith smacking him. He said in one of his concerts that he was talking about Will Smith, he said, my mother taught me better than that. My mother taught me one thing. Don't fight in front of white people. My mother taught me the same thing. Don't fight each other in front of white people. That's what they want. That's what your God is telling you. Your brother took $50. Let it go, man. Don't take your business to white folks. That's what your God is telling you. Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, obviously, because you go to law with one another. It's obvious. Why do you not rather take wrong? Why do you rather yourselves suffer yourselves to be defrauded? All right, let's keep going.
Nay, ye do wrong and defraud, and that your brethren.
You do wrong. You make mistakes. You've stolen. You've lied. You've did wicked things, and you've done things to your brother. You just as guilty as your brother. So let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You're just as guilty as he is, man. I can kill both of y'all right now because both of y'all wicked. Neither one of you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're not keeping the laws where you should keep the laws. So you're just as guilty as your brother. Yo, let it go. Go ahead.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, or idolaters, or adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind.
The wicked ain't gonna have nothing. The unrighteous have nothing to do with the kingdom. He's letting you know that that's unrighteous, yo. You going to your enemy to get justice is unrighteous. He's telling you that. Stop sending your brother to that nasty heathen court system because he owe you $50. Let it go. Let it go. Go ahead.
Nor thieves, nor
Covetous.
covetous, nor drunkards, nor
Revilers.
revilers, nor
Extortioners.
extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Right. So he's comparing that, you taking your brother to Esau to the court downtown for $50. He's comparing that to all these other wicked things. He's comparing that to being a homosexual. He's comparing that to being somebody who's going around robbing people. He's comparing that to coveting somebody's wife or somebody's husband. He's comparing that to those things. Stop it. Go ahead.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 11 says, and such were some of you, but ye are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Yahushua, and by spirit of your God, of our God.
Right. So that's the washing in the word, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's get that in Ephesians again. Let's get that in Ephesians 5:26. Let's get the understanding of that washing.
Ephesians 5:26 says, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
Right. Washing by the word, not washing by being dunked in the water. That water is talking about is the word. The same way that bread, Yahweh is talking about in Matthew 15 and 24, 26, that's not talking about bread. It's talking about the power of the Most High God. The same way this is not talking about actual water. This water is talking about the word. All right, let's keep going. 1 Corinthians 6 and 12. So some of y'all, some of us, or all of us rather, all of us had things that we were dealing with that were wicked. So we're just as bad as the brother who you claim took $50 from you without asking for it. We're just as bad.
1 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 12 says, all things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any.
Right. So just because you can do something don't mean you should do something. Everything is not expedient. Just because you could do something, okay, you can take your brother to court with the white man. But should you do that? Should you go to the white man with your problems? Should you do that? Come on, think about that, y'all. Come on, Israel.
Keep going. Meats for the belly, and the belly for meats.
Meats for the belly and belly for meat.
But God shall destroy both it and them. Now the body is not for fornication, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. Right.
So whether that's talking about fornication or feeding your fat belly, and so the body is not for fornication. It's not talking about just sex. It's talking about doing whatever you choose to do, whatever you want to do, but for the Lord, and the Lord for the body. So your body is asked to be a living sacrifice because it's not your property. It's not yours to do whatever you want to do with it. That's not why you were made, to do whatever you want to do. That's not why you're here. You're not here to do whatever you want to do. You're here to obey your God. Same way you would tell your wife, as the Israelite man, you tell your wife, you're not here to do whatever you want to do. You're here to please me. You're here to be my helper, not the other way around. Go ahead.
And God have both raised up the Lord, and will also raise up us by his own power.
Not by your power, but by his power.
Know ye not that your bodies are the members of Christ? Shall I then take the members of Christ and make them the members of an harlot? God forbid.
So know ye not that that your bodies are members of Christ. So your body on a physical, carnal, and a spiritual level, it belongs to Yahushua. Whether he's using you to talk to a heathen or deal with a heathen, or whether or not he's telling you you're part of the body of his congregation on a spiritual level. It doesn't matter one way or the other. It's not yours to do whatever you want to do with it. It's not yours. Shall I then take the members of Yahushua, Christ, the Anointed One, and make them the members of a hoe, of a whore, of a harlot? So do you have the right to do whatever you want to do with your body? Do you have the right to do that? God forbid. No, you don't have the right to do whatever you want to, because it's not your body. Your body belongs to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Go ahead.
What? Know ye not that he which is joined unto an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
So if you're watching sex tapes, and you see watching the prostitution and sex tapes on or whatever, you just become one with that hoe. You just become one. You don't understand that, you don't know that, but you just became one with that whore. If you lay down with a prostitute, you just became one with that prostitute. Y'all are one now. Read that again.
What? Know ye not that which is joined to an harlot is one body? For two, saith he, shall be one flesh.
What, you didn't know when you lay down with a hoe, you also with that hoe now? Y'all one? What, you didn't know that? Oh yeah, this is what your God is telling you. Yeah, y'all are one now, bro. Go ahead.
But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
The same way you join him, y'all are one. So when you join with that harlot, y'all become one. Go ahead.
Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinned against his own body.
Yeah, because you're sinning against your own body. That's worse because, again, your body is not your property. It's not. So that's worse. You stealing something and you fornicating and using your body and defiling your body is different than you taking something that belongs to someone else. Now your body, because your body is a property and is a holy temple of the Most High God. That's a different type of sin now. That's a different type of sin. Go ahead.
What? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you?
What, you didn't know that your body was a temple and church of God? Wow. You know it now. Go ahead.
Which ye have of God, and ye are not your own.
That body doesn't belong to you, brother. It's not yours.
For ye are brought with a price.
Yahushua paid for you. He paid for you in Acts 5, 29, 30, and 31. He paid for you. He paid for you. You've been bought. You are his property now. He paid for you by dying for you. Now you his property. For real now. There's a covenant being made through blood. Read that again.
For ye are brought with a price.
You're bought with a price.
Therefore glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God.
Which are what?
Which are God's.
Right. So now, because you have been bought and paid for by Yahushua dying for us in the book Acts 5, 29, 30, 31, because he did that, now you his property, and you have to glorify him with your body. Your body must become a living sacrifice. You must do things. You must wear fringes. You must keep the Shabbat. You must teach people. You must take the time to teach people, edify people, break yourself down and read and study. All these things you must do, create fruits and do your works. You are a living sacrifice now. So you must do for your Most High. You must do for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Alright, which you are his property. Alright, so that's breakdown of 1 Corinthians chapter 6. So with that, we say Shalom.
Shalom.